So, we have gone around the circle here. We just finished with career, and this is how we are going
I feel like I
to.
took around the world a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's took a little long too.
Yeah,
But we're on number 7 now.
yep.
Thank God. Lucky number 7. I wasn't sure you'd get this far, but we made it.
We made it.
And this is my favorite one.
Me too. And so we wanted to have who we believe is the queen of lifestyle.
All right.
So she's gonna come up here and share with us a little bit about lifestyle. And remember, her tagline that she came up with is "Live the life you want."
Yes. Hey, honor lifestyle is due.
It's lifestyle. That's right. Okay, I'm sure everyone's ready to go to the pool, right? Yes!
Lifestyle.
That's the lifestyle.
We want to
Tell us about it.
You kind of forgot everything Cheryl told me I was supposed to say.
It's always easiest to take questions.
So, I mean, like, I think the most important thing in talking about lifestyle is, and I'm going to say this from my heart, is really not to envy what everybody else has.
That's good.
And I mean, honestly, we could sit here and talk about cars and houses and pools and all of that. And really, lifestyle for me is just about living the best life that I want to live. And that
Yeah.
comes with judgment, and that comes with, criticism sometimes, and sometimes that comes with envy. But I really believe in the philosophy that I started so many years ago, which was to just really live the life you want to live and live it without regrets.
Yeah.
So for all the travel that I do, and that's part of my lifestyle is travel. I think a lot of you know, and we didn't make a big announcement about it, is that we moved to Arizona it's been almost 2 years. A lot of people think we moved last month, but it's actually been almost 2 years, and our lifestyle consists of us flying back and forth about every 3 days to Youngevity. So we spend
Wow.
3 days in Phoenix, we have an office there, and we spend 3 days in San Diego, and we have an office here. That's our lifestyle, right? Being able to commute between both offices. And it's not for everybody. That's my point, is it's not for everybody, but it's for us, and I love it, and I think, we're making the most of it, and we're doing a great job with it.
Yes, you are.
I'm
You're doing a great job.
I think the most important part is whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do, does it make you happy? And one of the things, Michelle was talking to somebody yesterday about how our kids grew up thinking your parents are supposed to work together.
Right.
But
that's the lifestyle.
Michelle and I met working together, and since then we've worked together, and it was my choice. And that's one of the things I love about the business we're in. As distributors, you can work with who you want, where you want. I talked about it this morning, and we chose to work together as distributors when we were distributors, and we had different jobs, and we didn't see each other sometimes during the day, and I had a weird schedule and was going to school and had 2 jobs, and Michelle had 2 jobs. And one of the things that we learned, I think, early on was that wasn't for us. That's not what we wanted in a lifestyle.
Right.
And we caught the bug of direct selling early on because it is addictive when you realize that you can have whatever lifestyle you want out of this type of business.
Yeah.
So for us, we've just always done that. And one of the most profound statements or quotes or sayings or whatever that I've heard out of all was, it's not when you get into Youngevity, it's when Youngevity gets into you. And it's not only the products, but it's the business and the lifestyle. Because once you learn, once you realize that you can have that lifestyle, yes, you have to work, it is network, but you get to work the way you want to work.
Yeah, and you get to live the way you want to live. So when I would love to hear about all the kind of sports cars that you guys want, or the trips that you want to take, or the dreams that you have. Like, that's all part of lifestyle. But I also want you guys to remember that at the end of it all, if your health isn't first, what difference does it make how much money is in your bank account or what kind of sports car that you're driving? I say this to people all the time. Like, some of the richest people that we've got to know and meet. I mean, we've met Oprah Winfrey. We've met and hung out with Stephen and all that. So, those are not always the healthiest people.
Right.
So acquiring things, might seem like that's the level you want to get to, but I think it's much harder to say, that I've got my health and that I've got a great network circle of friends.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I travel so much is because I surround myself with friends who want to travel so much, and daughters of friends who want to travel. And that for me far outweighs anything that I could ever go out and buy. And so I hope that, honestly, what we aspire you all to do is one, to be healthy and know that that's kind of the richest thing that you can have in your life.
Yeah.
Surpassing, my grandfather used to do this all the time, he used to read the obituaries. Like, cha-ching, I outlived that guy, cha-ching. And Dr. Wallach a little bit to that degree too, right? Cha-ching, I win. So, I realize that that's what's important to us.
I like buying things.
You like buying things, right? No, but I like the fact, not that he likes buying things, but that he buys the technical things and then comes over to my house and shows me how to hook it all up. I like buying things too, but I find my value far more in my friendships
And family. Yep.
and the places that I get to travel to.
That's right, Michelle. So where's some
So that's what I'm saying.
favorite places to travel?
You're buying experiences.
Yeah.
I am now.
Yeah.
I think in my early 20s, certainly in our early 20s and our 20s, we probably bought far more things. And I think we've got to the point where cars don't even wow me anymore. I mean, I used to, I'm gonna get the shit out of
What's Steve's take on that?
Yeah, well, Steve has a
I'm
different
not
take.
He's like, I'm a work in progress.
At the end of the day, the car is just gonna get us to our end destination.
But that's something that I said earlier this morning, in studying Steve Jobs and people like Steve Jobs. They have all the money in the world, and to Michelle's point, that doesn't necessarily buy them happiness, and it doesn't necessarily buy them health.
Right.
And in Steve Jobs' case, he was a very tormented individual, self-tormented, and obviously all the money and all the technology in the world could not save his life. So, that is not the end-all be-all. It's certainly great to set goals and make achievements and celebrate those achievements, but I've learned, with age and experience, that those experiences and those memories are worth much more than most cars.
There's gonna be such a massive garage sale at my house someday, guys. Just follow me on Facebook. No, but okay, so we'll start with travel. So I am the type of girl that wants to go anywhere. So if you guys call me and say, let's go, I'm gonna be like, where are we going and how soon can we get there? I have favorite places, and I have a list this long of places I still want to go. I've never been to London. I've never been to Cheryl's home country. Croatia.
Really?
Which I used to think was a third world country in the middle of World War III. Now I realize, oh no, it's actually a vacation destination for Europeans.
That's amazing.
I have never been to a Bilscombe. I've never been to Niagara Falls. So I mean, there's always a list of things that we want to do, and some of my lists are super simple. I want to visit all the zoos that Dr. Wallach was ever a director of.
Yes.
That's on my list, and I would like to go to the safari that he was at. I did a post recently. My nephew did not allow me to say his name, But my nephew got the opportunity to visit the park that Dr. Wallach was saving the white rhino at.
Wow.
So I was so jealous at dinner because it was a spur of the moment thing. That wasn't a planned out thing. He got the opportunity to go through the Navy and he went. And then I just sat there and I'm like, how did this kid beat me? So raise your hands. I'd like to hear from everybody. Where is your dream car, your dream vacation? I don't want any of us to go to the pool without Stephen and I knowing, like, what is a life goal of yours or a dream goal of yours? Yes.
Paris.
Really? You want to go to Paris? Yeah, me too. Except they had a trash problem this year, so.
Yeah. Not this year.
You can't tell me here.
I want to go to the Maldives and Greece.
Yeah, me too. 32-hour flight.
I know.
But I'm gonna go with you. If you called Cheryl and I, we'd be right there.
Let's go.
Cheryl's been to Greece. I haven't. So I mean, I go back and forth, like, do I try to drag her there? Will Steve go with me?
No, I'll go because you have to ride the donkeys.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Honestly, Grace would move up there. Where would you like to go?
I gotta go back to see the rest of the island.
Oh, you've only seen one. You want to see all the islands. 2 more hours, and you're in Tahiti. I'm gonna help you all with your travels. 2 more hours.
Call Michelle. That's where I'm trying to go.
Way warmer.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Where would you like to go?
That's a good question. So for me, I'd say Dubai or Japan.
Ooh, Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai, for sure.
And the only reason I said is I've been to Japan, so yeah, Dubai is on my list as well, but Japan is
Yeah,
equally,
Dubai's on my-
beautiful.
Dubai trip. I hear
Dubai,
coming.
oh, wow.
Yes.
Let's have a
Let's
little
go.
life you want to retreat in Dubai. How many realize that, like, I thought it was really cool, like, we're gonna do live the life in Cuba. You guys already know that? I'm like, I'm taking all the girls to Cuba, and here's Jonathan and Steve, you guys aren't going to Cuba. Yeah, they're like, yeah, they were. Yeah, and so check, we went to Cuba.
Yes, we
Where would you
did.
like to go?
That was amazing.
Well, I would love to go back to Hawaii and to Italy, but more than that, I would like to own a house that's ocean.
Oh,
Yes.
Like every morning to the sunrise and have my coffee on the deck or walk down to the beach and see the beautiful sunrise. That's
Amen.
That would be beautiful. That would be at Don't Do San Diego. Next.
It's too close to TJ, the smell of the bay.
I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand
Ooh, we would
Okay.
love it
and
there.
Bali.
And Bali, yeah, Bali would be amazing. Yeah, Australia, New Zealand, we have offices there. It's,
Yeah.
I've been going there for years.
Michelle's
so-
going there in January with us.
Apparently I'm going there. Yeah, that's true. She has to remind me of that every time we see each other. We're going in January. We need to book that.
Wow.
No, but it really is absolutely 2 of the most beautiful places we've ever been, for sure.
It's been a dream land since I've been 20 years old.
I love that. Angelica's very blessed. She's just like my boys. They all have their passports stamped to the hilt. So would you like to go back to a place you've already been, or would you like to go somewhere new?
Well, I love traveling, but I think the only thing on my mind constantly is I want to have 4 Grammys by the time I'm 26.
Ooh.
And the only reason why, so I love Audrey McDonald, I kind of want her career path.
Grammys.
So she had 3 Grammys by the time she was 28, so I want 4 by the time I'm 26.
Okay. Girl, I love it.
I'm glad to manage you.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Where would you like to go?
I'm tied for 2, Maldives or Dubai.
Maldives and Dubai. I like that. Background, where would you like to go?
Good question. House, ocean,
House,
Dubai.
ocean, and Dubai.
Yes.
And Dubai. How about you?
Kenya.
Kenya. That's what Giraffe Manor is. You and I've talked about that. It's on our list. It's on our list too. We want to do the whole safari thing and end at Giraffe Manor.
But you got to go and hold the pandas, right, in China?
No, I in 2019, right before the pandemic hit, that was definitely a massive goal of mine, was to spend several weeks in Chengdu.
Yeah.
Going to be at a panda reserve. You actually get hands-on. You do hands-on work with the baby pandas there, but China's government requires you to go ahead with a visa and travel. You have to, make sure you're not a bad person or whatever. And I took Andrew with me. We did 3 weeks through China, and I thought that was really valuable because of Dr. Milan.
Yeah.
So Andrew really got to see her home country. The inside family joke is that Andrew and I brought back the virus. Andrew came home so sick. Andrew came home really sick from China. So since then, sadly, we just haven't had that opportunity. I did get a 10-year visa. So it is on that is a massive, Cheryl's right, that's a massive goal to go back. I loved China. I absolutely loved Shanghai. We got 3 weeks, we flew to 5 different cities. So we saw all over China. We didn't just stay in one area. It was an amazing lifetime, once in a lifetime trip. I only wish no one else in the valley wanted to go. Andrew really didn't have a choice. He's like, I'm not going to China for 3 weeks. It was a bus tour too, so I would not recommend that. But honestly,
See, that is not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is
that's his
3
lifestyle.
weeks in Tahiti.
No problem.
Yes.
It was the bus rides that were really, really hard. Where would you like to go?
How about Thailand? And I've heard Vietnam is gorgeous, and ended up with Fiji.
Oh, and Fiji as well. So Thailand is absolutely gorgeous. It has all the elephant reserves there. I mean, 2019 as well. We went to Thailand, went to Malaysia. Vietnam is supposed to be just like Thailand, and yeah, Fiji. Fiji, the only reason we haven't been to Fiji is there's so many little islands, and I get very confused between the black, so like they have black sand, black rocks, but all the things I see on Instagram show white sand.
Right.
I'm like, where's those islands? Because all I ever, when I'm researching is all I find is the volcanic sides.
Tahiti, Fiji, they're pretty similar.
Totally two different locations. Fiji's much closer to Australia. I'm there. All right, who's next? Are we gonna go across? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
I would like to take you to Calabar. You don't know, in Africa, that's where I come, it's on the ocean, Atlantic. And the lifestyle is different in Nigeria.
In Nigeria. Is it beautiful there?
When I'm fine, when I'm there, I would like to take people to see Calabar.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be beautiful. I love that. How about you? Where would you like to go?
I would like to be positioned in such a way that I can travel and do ministry wherever the Lord takes me.
Oh, do you speak more than one language?
I speak French.
You speak French? Wow. Did you go to French Polynesian Islands with the For sure. I love that. It's beautiful. I love that. Where would you like to go?
Mediterranean, from Greece to Rome.
From Greece to Rome. I've never been to Rome. All of you, if I can suggest just one location, and I have been more than once, it's Rome. Absolutely. Just the historical part of it all.
So I'll tell you guys something that may sound crazy to some of you. When we travel, Michelle and I have done quite a bit of traveling, like she said, with even our kids. We've grown up in this business. We take our kids until they've been grown. Pretty much everywhere. But one of the things that we like to do is we go to the local markets, almost in every country. I think probably in every country, and we see the local foods, fruits, seafoods, things like that. And definitely Italy and Rome being one of those places, absolutely the most amazing food.
So that's what Steve likes to get back to when we travel, is he likes to see the fresh food that the locals eat. Because you never see that in a US market. Ever.
What you see in the US market is the production food, right? And so, it is dramatically different is all I can really say. And it takes too.
Absolutely. So yes, so when you go to Italy and you go to those countries, just
So
the
Rome,
food markets.
among the most amazing food there is.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like to go?
I think it's Fiji.
I think it's Fiji. She's turning around.
Well, I had an opportunity to go with Tony Robbins,
Yeah.
where they have their big
Right,
retreats,
right.
and I think it's either Fiji or something.
It's
else.
Fiji.
Okay, that's all. So, yeah,
It's Fiji,
that's
you
why I'm
know
gonna
it's Fiji.
take that off my list.
Paul,
Yeah.
Tony Robbins, it's always his event in Fiji, but doesn't he own an island in Fiji?
Yeah, he owns an island.
Yeah.
Is it Fiji?
It's in Fiji, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Paul's Island.
Have you been to it, Paul?
Actually not, I've been to my partner, we'll take me there, yeah.
Yes.
So.
What?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Oh, Egypt.
Nice. TV I consume, one of the things I really have gotten into probably more lately is all the Egypt stuff, all the
The
archaeology.
pyramids, so it's like some whole pyramid
That's what I wanna
series.
know.
Amazing.
That's why I wanna know.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, not the pyramid show again. He's all over
Is this a pyramid? It's a pyramid?
I got 6 hours of pyramids last week. Rebecca, sweetheart, where do you wanna go?
I want to go to everywhere that I have a distributor or a customer. So all the different countries, I want to go on a tour.
That's awesome.
Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Bahrain, Scotland, the UK, Canada.
Nice.
Girl, you just gotta pick one and go.
I'm gonna connect all the dots.
I like that. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go to Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Is that where my sister goes all the time?
Deeply.
Scotland and Ireland.
They go to Ireland. Richard Renton is Scottish, his heritage is Scottish, and so he's been to Scotland a few times. So if you need notes or want to bounce ideas off, questions, Richard knows all about Scotland.
I look at the pictures and it looks like Seattle.
Yeah, it's very yeah.
That's green, right? It rains. Where would you like to go?
Me? Yeah, I'd like to go with my parents to Puerto Rico, I'm always going in, the Dominican Republic in Puerto Plata, and I'd like to see where that is.
How long have you been with Longevity?
Since 2013.
Oh no, we've been to those places since 2013. You better come to our conventions.
And, Greece, my dad was, his dad was born in, Messenia, which is in Kalamata, where they make the olives.
Yeah,
I'd like to go there. They don't, my relatives over there don't speak any English. So
When did we go to Dominican Republic for a Longevity event? Was that
Probably 14, 15.
no, but what was it? Was it a convention or
No,
was it a retreat?
it was a
It was a resort trip.
Yeah.
2016.
It was for the New England, Atlantic.
Oh, yeah, that's, see, I like how Paul remembers. All right, back row, we're getting to the end. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go to Paris, Egypt.
Paris and Egypt, let's do it. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go back to Singapore.
Cleopatra has to go to Egypt.
We have a hub there, so.
She wants to go back, you want to go back to Singapore, so you've been. Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah, who's been to Singapore? We celebrated one of Steve's birthdays there, like that was, and we took like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 of all of us all went, distributors went as well, and that was amazing. F1 race, all right.
It's a long flight.
Listen, it was bad, where the flight we took. And everyone else, what about you, where would you like to go?
Jerusalem and Egipto.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Oh, Jerusalem.
Nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, that'd be the homeland. Oh, I love that. Where would you like to go?
I would say Paris, because I speak French. And so it's something like special when you go somewhere when you can speak the language.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like something different and enjoy.
Very good, very good. Bill?
Israel.
Israel, so you wanna go to Jerusalem too?
Yeah.
Beautiful, I love that. Well, now, is there any place you have never been as an attendant? Yes, that you would like to go.
I remember it is.
So I've been to a lot of those places and I'm very grateful, that's why I became a flight attendant. But I am dying to go to Santorini for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I want to honeymoon in Bora Bora. But I need a husband, so I'm waiting for that.
Whoa. No, you don't. Cheryl, I'm gonna Bora Bora with you. We'll blow kisses at you. I like Linda. You might find your man in Bora Bora. We decided.
Don't gotta go.
But Santorini, I'm dying to be there.
Don't die to be there. You might die.
Stop saying that.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Best physical state that I can
There
possibly
you go.
Best place I've been.
Really?
Is where, Barbara? Or Century?
I want one of those long sheer dresses and on some sort of white, electric white background.
Just gotta figure it out.
And that sheer face behind me in a photo shoot.
We'll make that happen, no problem.
Okay,
No man required. We will make this happen. All right, our last three, where would you like to go?
There's a lot of places, but the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff in the Caribbean. I just like to do a tour of the whole Caribbean.
No, that's supposed to be one of the most beautiful places. Yeah.
I love the islands. Greece is good.
All right, and how about you, where would you like to go?
Okay, so this is funny. I used to be a travel freak, but now I've got a grandbaby. So wherever the grandbaby is, but there's a plan. They're gonna go live in Uzbekistan in 2027.
Where's that?
For 20 years. And I've always wanted to go to places that are mainly Muslim, because I've never been, and also Asian countries. So I figure when they're there, then that'll be like a.
I don't know, I'm so sorry, I missed it. Where are they moving to?
They're over there by
Oh, Eastern Europe.
They're gonna, be there for a long time.
They're gonna be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's no-
So then I figure I'll just visit all these
You'll
little
be able to hop,
places and then Asian countries.
I love it.
Yep.
I want to go on a Rhine River tour. I mean, I lived in Germany for 3 different assignments, but I think it'd be fun to go with family.
No, I've had like 20 phone calls with Cheryl about doing a river tour around the holidays so I can get ornaments.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? I always get the brochures and stuff sent to me in the mail, and I call Cheryl, if we could do this, we could do this. Because all I want is an empty suitcase of Christmas ornaments to come back with. See, it would kill me. All right, and back, where do you want to go? Yes, here. Where do you want to go?
I haven't been back to Korea, so let's say Korea.
My son is there right now, our son, sorry. Our son.
Admission?
He went so hard on that. Something you can tell us. He already told you his age. So that's where the major studios are. So Jonathan's cartoon is being developed into a major motion picture. So Disney sent him to South Korea to see the finishing touches on that, as well as get the opportunity to see the finishing touches on his regular TV show. Because that's where everything is finished, is there. And from all the pictures he has sent, it looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely.
Wow, that's
beautiful.
amazing.
What are the names of those?
Jonathan is the director. Our son is now, he's moved up the ladder or whatever. He is now the director of, it's always been the same show, Big City Green. So it is on the Disney Channel. It's not on streaming.
The cartoon children's version of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes, if you know the,
Wow.
yes.
They
It's
deny
great. They deny any connection to the Beverly Hillbillies at all. And it's very difficult story.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
So we just hope that Youngevity brings you all of these dreams, all of these trips, and yes, Rebecca.
So,
Question.
AJ.
Hi, AJ.
On YouTube, he wants to go to Mars with Elon.
Sorry, Mr. Waller.
I would love to go to Mars. It's not on my list.
Would you like to go in space?
Elon's going. If he invited, I'd go.
Yeah.
Let me tell you where I'm not going.
People talking.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going on a deep sea thing. In a Pepsi can.
So the prices of going to
Yeah, the price right now, yeah.
Yeah, it's much cheaper now.
and the prices to go to Mars have gone up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they have.
Oh, dear.
If you're a billionaire and you want to do something crazy,
Yeah,
there's Martin Shocking to tour the Titanic.
Where would you like to go? Where would you like to go?
Well, here's the good news for everybody. On our vision board that Steve and Cheryl and I have, we are providing a Youngevity yacht, so we can go all over the place.
I love Michelle's face.
We don't want to limit ourselves.
We go everywhere.
I get seasick. I think Paul forgot that. Or did I got so big you don't even know.
Yeah.
So since because this is lifestyle and you've been almost everywhere. You and Cheryl probably have been everywhere if you combine. So where are your favorite places that you've been?
I have my heart in different places for different reasons. Like anytime my friends say,
Top 5.
let's go to Guadalajara, I'm like, let's go. Because every memory I have right now, every trip we've taken to Guadalajara has been like amazing.
But that's a fun trip. That's not.
I'm sorry, that's a fun trip.
That's not necessarily.
Well, for sure. Steve and I have been, because it's because he loves it there so much. We've been to Tahiti and the French Polynesian Islands a number of times. So every trip that I have taken with Steve, except the one we took with the boys, has been an absolutely amazing trip. We took the boys instead of giving them Christmas gifts a few years ago. It's a massive mistake.
Yeah.
There is no Wi-Fi in the French Polynesian Islands. No, there is for a lot of money for your executive spouse that needs to stay connected to the office. There is not for your children so they can play their video games.
Oh.
So all I heard for 2.5 weeks was, this trip sucks, you know.
One of the more recent trips we took to Tahiti, I mean, we seriously contemplated moving there. And I think.
Well, I think we seriously contemplate every time. One young Jeffy
If we were
from here.
serious, we probably would have
Yeah,
maybe
we
spent a year there or something.
For sure. For sure. Well, I loved going to Italy with you in December, which we also took the kids to, and that seemed fun. I loved going there. Listen, there isn't a single time when Cheryl hasn't called with, let's go to New York, or Annalise. I love traveling with Cheryl and Annalise. Let's go to New York. Every single trip I've taken to New York, have they not been fabulous? Yeah. Every trip. Yeah. Every little life event thing that I've done with a group of women with Cheryl and Annalise, every single trip has been fabulous. I've never come out of a live the life you want with a single, like, oh, I wish, Michelle, we want you to do another live the life. All of us gals. And I did a poll on Facebook and that was the feedback too. So it really is just a matter of, hey, where do we all want to go? And what's the adventure I want to do? Interested in nobody in this room said they wanted to go anywhere to South America. And right as
Colombia.
He always wants to go to Colombia. I'm like, we don't. He can go with.
Listen, Steve and I are gonna put something together with the guys and it'll be all together.
So we were gonna do the whole Panama Canal thing, but it got canceled during the pandemic. But we had that was on my bucket list. It's not on my bucket list anymore, but it was on my bucket list to do the Panama Canal. But South America, and I never heard anyone in here say India. And I've offered to go with Sanjeev 10 times because his dad's always going. His dad just went to Morocco. Those pictures looked amazing.
Yeah.
Sanjeev's dad, for being 85, don't let age ever hold you back. Seriously, if Dr. Wallach, if we would let him, he would.
Oh my gosh, he'd be
traveling.
He keeps saying, Linda, I'm coming to Maryland. I'm like, yeah.
Then he calls the office. I'm going to Maryland to see Linda. We're like, no, you're not.
I just say okay, because I know you all are.
For mobility reasons, just we want to be super safe. But like Sanjeev's father's in his 80s, and to this day has no problem jumping on a plane with his friends and going all over the world. So I really hope that you never let age be your barrier from fulfilling your dreams, because we are surrounded by people that are well into their 80s and still living life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because again, what does it all come back to? Your health. There you go. So lifestyle.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what, actually, so I like anywhere with a beach, but.
Where have you gone?
So Croatia.
Yeah, she's talked about it so much now I want to go.
Yeah. And I turned her down. I think you asked me the first time, I turned her down. And I love Ireland. I think Ireland is fantastic.
Go Seattle.
Yeah.
Two great beaches.
Is Jonathan's background Irish?
Yeah.
Is that why you love it? Yeah. So there's heritage there.
Yeah, I love Ireland. I really love anywhere in Europe.
Anywhere in Europe?
I love it.
Oh, man.
I love Amsterdam. I love the whole thing.
See, she's been places I've never been, so my list is partly because of the places she's been.
I love London. We are going to London for sure. You know what's so interesting? So I have a friend who's gone all over the world. She grew up in Iraq. She lives here now. Vicky,
Yeah.
guess what her favorite place is, and I did not hear one person say that, I don't think.
Vegas.
Turkey.
Yeah, because
Turkey, she said. Because she wouldn't have any problems going there. She wouldn't kill anybody that comes steps on her path.
Well, yeah, she would.
But she says it's absolutely incredible. Half the places that Cheryl and I want to go to, the first thing you have to look up is what is the safety.
I don't ever look it up, and do they have Wi-Fi? I use Wi-Fi.
No, that is, Steve, I will tell you, we are not allowed to travel anywhere that does not have Wi-Fi. We did, in 32 years, we did it one time, and that was not a fun trip. And being out of touch, so we always have to make sure, and that's just how important longevity is to us, and so all of you know, there is not a single day, 7 days a week, that we take off from longevity. It is our life 24/7, our children understand this, and it is not a burden. It is not anything negative whatsoever. It is who we are, it is at our core, it is our soul, it is our heart. So I have never ever said, I wish there was a day that I could turn it off. It's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And that's why we have international offices. I mean, think about it, it's already, it's already tomorrow and, on the other side of the world. So I'm very used to, and it's just accepted that for us, longevity is 7 days a week.
I forgot Monaco.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we've been to Monaco. Beautiful.
I go back to Monaco.
You go back to Monaco in a heartbeat. I constantly have to remind you, Monaco is not in Italy.
No, it's the Amalfi Coast in Monaco or.
Oh, fantastic.
I would have never guessed that you did 3 and 3, that you guys were in Arizona. I always think you're in Chula Vista. So I would never guessed that you all did
shocked that we're doing this commute, and it's like,
I never thought that.
In the early days of longevity, like for 10 years, guys, we commuted Oregon to San Diego to Arizona. Our kid wasn't in school yet. I didn't even think that we would ever stop that until somebody said, you have to decide what school and state Jonathan's going to go to. Because I just, I want to go to school 3 days here and 3 days. I wasn't too young of a parent to really understand that you got to plant your kid. And then that's where our roots got planted in San Diego. Gave up Oregon. We had an office there. We had employees, Richard and Johnny and all of them. And then from that point on, we did 4 days a week in San Diego, 3 days a week. So we only stopped about 10 years ago. We've only been solid in one location for 10 years, and now we're back to the commute. I just think most people forget that there was a time when we regularly commuted, and it was all based around the kids' school schedule.
Do you drive or fly?
We fly. It's a 45-minute flight, so for us, it's actually faster than rush hour traffic in LA.
Absolutely.
Right? It's super easy, and we're only 12 minutes from the airport, and I can do it in 7. So. Rather than those guys back there, no. Oh, you get it right from the airport? No problem. Just close your eyes. And I can get us there and get us back. But it's lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that we love. And you know what? It's not for everybody, but we have no issues with it whatsoever. So I just want all of you to have the best life possible, the best life that longevity can bring.
And we can have it at Longevity!
And Annalise, once again, for this amazing event. We're so happy to be part of it. And I mean, as usual, you've blown the socks off of every event that we've been to this year. So